Okay, so we're really doing this, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Unlicensed and unbothered. Because apparently we have enough audacity to think people actually want to hear our thoughts out loud, no, huh?
They obviously do. Guys, I just want to preface this. This podcast started because of my little sister and her friend having some boy drama. So obviously I had to call Diva. And we spent like
Mm-hmm.
an hour and a half teaching them how to properly leave men on red and never chase
Mm-hmm.
someone who is not chasing you back.
Because why would you?
Why would you?
But I think we were way too good at it. We had these kids understanding male psychology better than most adults. Honestly, Noha, I think it was kind of iconic, if I do say so myself.
It was really, really iconic. So instead of keeping our unhinged relationship skills to ourselves, we thought, let's make this a public service. The world needs more brutally honest advice from people who have made every mistake possible. And we're just here to help you guys and give you a good path.
And we've made many, many mistakes.
Many mistakes.
But we're the type of friends who show up, I suppose. Like, we order nice drinks and some good ass food, and we spend hours telling you exactly why that shitty man is wasting your time, or shitty woman, or shitty
Person.
whatever
Just a
you
person.
like. No one's judging you here. And honestly, I think by the end of it, you would thank us
You
for it.
will literally thank us so much that you will always come to us for advice. And honestly, we are the girls who have been through shit. And I mean literal shit. We've been through everything. You think you've been through something, we've probably been in similar situations or even worse. But
Or worse, yeah.
we have learned from it. And now we're here to make sure that you don't have to figure it out the hard way. We're making it easier for you guys. You're welcome.
Like big sisters, but like not, but like shitty, but also really good advice. I'm waffling, but okay. Before we continue, I think we should have a little introduction so you can know us better. So, Nuha, why don't you start us off?
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Nuha. I'm a full-time university student getting my degree in psychology. Yes, psychology. So you know this podcast is going to come with good advice. And
She's smart
smart and pretty, Don't forget the pretty.
and sassy.
But I'm also like a part-time overthinker because who isn't? And I have the talent for turning mental chaos into relatable content. I'm literally the girl who is your go-to friend. I will literally analyze your attachment styles. I will break down your entire situationship, relationship, whatever you have with this special someone. And I will gently, most of the time, not so gently, tell you to block him and tell you to leave them and leave and just focus on you. I will always look out for you, especially when you are not doing it, because someone always has to look out for you. And we're here. Diva and I are here to help you out. I don't have a license.
Especially.
Sorry?
Oh, I'm gonna just jump right in. We know that you guys, some of you, find it hard to prioritize yourselves, so we're here doing that for you. Okay, I'll let you continue.
We're helping you guys out. But I don't have a license yet. I am getting one soon. But trust me, the opinions are already strong and the advice is slightly too on point. Basically, I'm studying the brain while actively losing mine. So, welcome to the chaos, guys.
I can see Dr. Nuha written on the door. I'm already starstruck. Oh my god, we've got a celebrity on the news. But okay, so I'm Diva, and yes, it's spelt with two A's, because one just wasn't dramatic enough for my mother. And she says it's for good luck. So I'm your 4-leaf clover. I think that's what's lucky, right? Anyways, so I'm currently at university studying media and communications, which I think basically means I'm just learning how to make content while pretending to have my life together. And keyword is pretending because I I don't know shit, right? But I'm just a young woman, a young adult, trying to navigate my life while attempting to adult, I'd say. And I think I am failing at both most days.
You are
But,
not.
we move.
It's hard. You're trying your best, and that's completely fine. It's normal.
Therapist knew her. Back at it again. But right, so I've got daddy issues, commitment issues, and probably a lot of other issues that will unpack along the way because God knows we need that. But anyways, back to our scheduled content. So we're here 4 times a week, right? Four whole times a week, entertaining you with exactly what you need to hear. Not really what you want to hear, but you might use it, you might not use it. We don't really care, but
It's
you're
going to be
here.
helpful advice. It's going to be helpful advice.
You're stuck with us.
Yeah,
You're stuck with
you
us.
will. You are. Once you listen to our podcast, you won't stop listening. So
You'll be hooked.
welcome to the ride, guys. But okay, let's talk about it. On Mondays, it's one of my favorite segments. It's All That for What? It's basically us just overthinking everything. So you don't have to. We'll be diving deep into those 3 a.m. thoughts about why are you feeling guilty for resting? Why are you scared of being forgotten? Because obviously we all have that thought and it's okay. It's completely normal. And we'll also be overthinking about why are you rereading that text from 3 days ago? Stop. He's not going to text you back. Leave it alone. Let the universe work.
I've been doing that quite a lot, but anyways.
Don't worry, guys. I did scream at her for that. I've been teaching her, so don't worry.
Yeah.
But honestly, this segment is just pure spiral energy, but we make it productive. We're doing the emotional audit that no one asked for, but everyone obviously needs. And I think, yeah, it's good. So you guys are welcome. You're welcome that we're doing this.
We're big wafflers, by the way,
Yeah,
so
we are.
We might just stray away from what we're supposed to be speaking about. But
You'll love us for that.
We don't have a script. Yeah, there's no script. It's just chaotic energy, and yeah. But okay, so Wednesdays we do midweek meltdown, which I think adds on to the whole chaotic thing because Wednesdays I think are usually the days where the week falls apart and we stop pretending. We pretend to have our shit together, but we kind of stop pretending to do that, right? And this isn't therapy, babe. It's an emotional event, right? We're talking about whatever's making us feral that week, right? So the chaos, the breakdowns, the commentary that probably shouldn't be said out loud, but we're saying it anyways. So yeah, there's that.
Just deal with it, and honestly, I think everyone needs a good midweek meltdown because if you don't, who are you? Do you have emotions? But anyway. So on Fridays, it's Am I the Drama? It's basically the segment where I get to talk about my true passion, Reddit. Reddit chaos. I love Reddit chaos. Diva knows this. My close friends know this. I think my family knows this because I talk about it all the time.
All do.
Yeah, it's fun.
Reddit's fantastic. I love other people's problems.
Exactly. And discussing it with people.
It strays away from our own,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically on this segment, we are pulling the most messiest, most unhinged posts we can find, such as Am I the Drama, relationship disasters, workplace scandals, and break them down like they personally came for us. We will assign the blame. We will spiral with purpose and give widely unrequested advice that no one asked for. But guys, let's be honest. You want it. You need it. You crave it.
You're begging for it. No, okay. So Saturdays are You Asked for This. Like, no, that's literally the name. Yeah. Okay, so it's your messiest, most unhinged questions that get tackled by us like it's personal, right? So I'm a WWE wrestler and I am wrestling it out of you. I would say beating, but I don't think that's very nice. But okay, so it's essentially
nice.
the text
Nice feeling.
it's the text you regret sending, right? I don't know. It's the red flags you've entertained for way too long.
Way too long.
The situations, the situations that no one should really be in, but somehow you've ended up there. We've all been there, but we don't really always give the right advice, but we do give it loud. We give it unfiltered and disturbingly accurate sometimes. So you're welcome.
Look, guys, we're not gonna sugarcoat anything. Literally, we're just gonna give it to you point blank. We're just saying the stuff your friends are either too nice or just scared to tell you. So don't worry, your big sisters are here. We're gonna tell you if you are right, wrong, if you should leave them, if you should go for them. We're here.
Big sister, little sister. I don't know. You could be like 80 years old, but yeah, we've got degrees. We've got experience, and we've got zero patience for bullshit. So.
Guys,
yeah.
I'm so excited to say, but welcome to Unlicensed and Unbothered.
You're either going to love us or hate us, but you're going to listen to us either way.
Yay!
But okay.
Let's talk about our topic.
The topic of today is, well, we've got two, but the first one is the anxiety of not knowing what you're doing with your life. And I've got a lot to unpack here, but I'm going to let the resident therapist start us off.
Okay, guys. I'm going to be honest. We all have those moments where we just sit and think, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing with life? Why is everything not going according to plan? But it's basically the world keeps spinning and somehow you're just standing still, watching everyone else chase their dreams, check boxes, hit milestones, and you're still trying to figure out what you even want for breakfast, what do you want for lunch, what you want for dinner. But here's the truth. Everyone does feel lost sometimes, and it's completely normal. Even when you look at people and you're like, oh my gosh, like they have their shit together. In all honesty, they might not. They're just pretending. I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. They're probably pretending. There are people who do have their shit together, but they also did have a time in their life where they were spiraling, not knowing what to do in your life. And it doesn't mean that you are failing, guys. It means that you're still learning, still growing, and just becoming a genuine good person. You are not your job, relationship status, bank account. You're not your degree. You're not you're a person.
You're a person, I'm going to butt in, but you're a person with emotions, feelings. And I say this all the time to Nuha because it's something that I live by, right? Like, I say this to anyone actually, is that you don't know what's going to happen to you tomorrow. Like, forbid, like, something does happen to you and, live like today is your last day. Don't do anything that don't not do anything that you'll regret. Don't
exactly.
I can't make sense of it, but like essentially do whatever the fuck you want to do because you've got one life. Live it the way you see fit because it's your life. Live it for yourself. you are your, I don't know, your biggest supporter. You've come
Exactly.
into this world alone. You're going to go
You're gonna
alone,
leave it
right?
alone.
So, yeah, because, okay, one thing I've done, right? I think being personal is a big thing. One thing I've done is I've compared myself to others a lot. And I come from a South Asian household. We both do. And
Mhm.
I think one thing that's quite prominent is comparing your children to other people. And I don't know the age of, whoever's listening, but in case you might be a parent or someone
A
that's, I don't know, a
guardian.
guardian figure for someone, right? Stop doing that, honestly, because
Break the cycle,
put
guys.
yourself,
Break the
yeah,
cycle.
put yourself in their situation, right? And just think whatever you do is never good enough. That sucks. Trust me, I'm someone, right? Okay, I might not be the brightest or the smartest or the whatever, but I have my own, accomplishments that I've, done throughout the years. But the thing that sucks to hear is like, you're not good enough, or like, well, you see this person, they've done this and that. Oh, you see them, they're a doctor, they're a lawyer, they're this and they're that. But I'm like,
So what?
I am, yeah, I am also someone that's also done so much. Forget all of that. I have made it to today. And I think that is my biggest accomplishment. There are so many people out there that haven't lived how long you've lived to the day. And if with mental health or whatever, we're not really going to get into that today. But if you've ever struggled with mental health issues, which I know both Nuha and I have, I just need you to just give yourself a pat on the back, right? As Nuha would say,
Pat on the back,
and
because
just
you
tell
survived.
yourself,
You're surviving.
yeah,
The world is hard, guys.
gee,
It's not easy.
it is,
It is
you've
hard.
come so far. And we both, not just me, we both are so, so proud of
We
you.
are so fucking proud of you
Honestly.
guys. We are so proud of
Yeah.
you. If anyone has not been told that they're proud, like, not been told that,
Someone's proud of you.
yeah, here, we're telling you, we're proud of you. So, yeah,
Yeah. Good job for
surviving, living.
anything you've ever done. Yeah. Just, even if you got out of bed today, or you ran that 10 kilometer, or you made breakfast for yourself, or you won an award, or you
Brush your
got a good
teeth.
grade, or
Like,
yeah, even the basics like that, I am so, so, so proud of you. And I want to add on to, all those achievements, right? One thing that I have realized throughout the years, because I always Nuha wanted to go into wanted she's been great at maths her whole life, right? And I've been great at like debating and like things to do with law. And we
we
both
both changed
chose
our
to do,
minds.
yeah. And we chose to do degrees that no one really expected us to do, right? So I do media and she does psych now. And we have had that feeling of like confusion and like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah,
I feel that every single day that, maybe this isn't the right degree for me because, maybe it's something someone said to me like, oh, that's not really a great degree. Or like, maybe I see the situation of the world right now, or, the job market or whatever. But I've realized that it's okay to change your mind. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. I strongly believe that, you know, um, and this is one thing I hate, and I think Nuha will agree, is the fact that A levels and like GCSEs and like
IB
IB
and
and whatever
everything.
board you really do, right? Is I hate the fact that children, and I mean children, are
Little
forced to
babies.
make such a big decision, right? To decide their future. And it's like, oh, if you choose these subjects, you can only do this job, this job. I hate that. Because what do you why can't I just be passionate about something? I know some degrees and stuff are so important, like medicine. Like I have a friend that does medicine, and like you
Engineering and
need
stuff.
to learn. Yeah, you need to learn things. But in some things, like I know that law, you need to learn a lot of things. But at the same time, it's like why can't I just fight for people's rights when I'm passionate about it? And I think that's a very like niche take. Not everyone will agree with me. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's something that I've always been passionate about, but I can't do it because, oh, I don't want to study for 23 hours in a day. Um, I don't know. I'm sorry for waffling, but I'll let Muha continue with like her psych math story for a
Yeah,
little.
I just want to let you know, guys, it is definitely okay to change your mind because I'm going to be honest right now. I am still not sure if I do want to stick with psychology. I mean, it is fun. I always knew from such a young age that I want to help people and I want to help people in some way. And I always loved helping children and helping people with their mental health. So when I discovered psychology, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my calling. But another part of me was like, I am really good at math. And I'm really fucking good at math. And I can have like a really, really good job with math. And my whole family, teachers, literally my maths teacher was so upset with me that I didn't want to do maths in in university. But I told him that is not my passion. I do not want to sit in front of a, a computer screen or like some sort of screen just looking at numbers. I want to be in front of other people asking them, "Are you okay? Why are you feeling this way? Let's try to fix you. Let's try to help you feel happy." And I'm going to be honest, when you go to university, when you're in high school, right? You'll be like, oh my gosh, I want to be a doctor. You have a set plan. But when you go to university, you discover so many other like electives. Because in university, you have to do electives. You don't only do psych. Well, I'm not sure in Europe, because I know in Europe, you just focus on your subject. But in America and Canada, you can do psych, but you had to do other electives. So I
Mm-hmm.
discovered other electives. I'm like, wait, actually, like this subject is really interesting, but I still want to do psych. But I don't know. Like I'm undecided, and it's okay. It is okay to change your mind. Life is still young. The night, like, I know I still have time in my life. I can be fucking 30 years old and change my mind. And that is quick. People have done that. People have changed their minds when they're 30, 40. I have had so many like relatives, um, I won't say friends because they're like 30 years old, but like family friends who have been bankers, doctors, but it was not their calling. It was not something they enjoyed. So, and they were scared to change their mind and do something they truly
Mm-hmm.
loved because money. And I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to be like, oh, money's not everything. Money is everything. Money puts
it's
food,
important.
money puts food on the table. Money has, like, if you don't have money, you're not going to have a roof over your head. You're not going to have clothes, no water, no food, nothing, right? Nothing. Money can come and go like this, right? I'm a firm believer. So I'm a Muslim. I believe in God and everything. And I believe that God can like take away and put something in your life in like 2 days. I also like Diva also believes in karma, but both of us believe in good and bad karma, and we both also believe that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And yeah,
Mhm.
sorry, I'm
Yeah, no,
waffling.
no, okay. Because I just wanted to add when you mentioned like, you know, you can be 30, 40 and still figure out what you want to do. Like, you can start over at any age. I was just like doing a little research, right? And because I remembered that like a lot of successful people failed at something first. And I'm just going to like read out a few. Um, so Steve Jobs, right? He got fired from Apple, the company he started, came back and created the iPhone, iPad, and he revolutionized technology, right? Disney, Walt Disney, sorry, fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination, and then he built Disney, and he transformed the entertainment industry, right? Michael Jordan, for anyone out there that, loves sports, loves, everyone knows him, right? So he was cut from his high school basketball team, and he became the greatest basketball player. I think he is absolutely brilliant. He's a global icon, right? Another one, let's do a bit more educational, right? Einstein. He didn't speak till the age of 4. Teachers, they called him lazy, but he revolutionized physics. He won the Nobel Prize, and he's currently the most famous scientist in history, if I'm not wrong. I mean, you're not gonna assume people don't know Einstein, Like, uh, all I'm saying is that it's never too late, right? Like, with this podcast, right? Podcasts started becoming a thing years ago. And technically, Nuha and I can say we're late to the bandwagon,
We are very late.
but you never know what sticks and what works, right? Like, I'll hear people like crypto, for example, right? Bitcoin. I'll be thinking, oh my god, I should have like started investing in like Bitcoin, um, in like my mother's womb, but like, oh, I should have like jumped on like the real estate bandwagon, from before I was born. Like, it doesn't work out. Not everything works out in your favor. But essentially, like when she was talking about like the universe and karma, I'm not religious at all, right? I'm a complete atheist. But what I do believe in is like good karma, bad karma, kind of putting things out in the universe. And all I think is that like when you do good, good will come back to you. And it's, I don't know, it's never too late.
Never too late.
Don't be scared to pursue what you want to do because you don't know what's going to stick, right? Let's say you're passionate about like building boxes. You don't know, maybe the next box you build can be the most revolutionized box ever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just mean that you don't know your true potential yet, right? People realize that at any given point, at any given age. Give yourself time.
Give
Give
yourself a
yourself time.
break. Give yourself a break.
We we are trying to implement that too, because the whole thing about this podcast is not just giving out advice, right? Because we're not like licensed for that. We've not been like taught to do that. But it's just speaking to you guys whilst also speaking to ourselves and putting it out there. Because we listen, we at least we're trying to implement all the things we speak about. And maybe if something sticks, you guys do too. But okay, I'm gonna stray away from this because we've been waffling about it for a while. And our second topic of today is realizing your opinion of yourself matters more than what anyone else thinks.
And that is the most
And
important.
I'm yeah, and if you don't mind, Nuha, I'm gonna start us off
Go
with
ahead,
this.
girl. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is something that I have realized and like kind of gotten in touch with myself these past few months. And I didn't realize this for the longest time, that screw what anyone else thinks, because what I think about myself matters the most. And I know, and it's not just like certain people. I know everyone, thinks about how people perceive them and stuff. And yes, your reputation, the way perceive you and people perceive you and stuff, that does matter. I'm not telling you to go on like a murder spree or like do something really stupid. But what I am saying is that I don't know, don't put yourself down based on what other people think. Like, oh, um, I don't know. I'm not a skinny girl at all, right? And when I go to the gym, or like when I used to go very, very frequently. And all I used to think is, oh my God, everyone looks so much better than me. I feel so insecure. I know everyone's looking at me. I know everyone thinks, oh, why is this not, I don't know, this like bigger woman or whatever coming to the gym just trying to work out? Because, people judge. That's how people think. But one thing I realized was, screw what anyone else thinks. I'm going to do what I need, what I love, and what I deserve. And I think that's the most important thing, right? Confidence, because I wasn't confident when I thought about things like that. I still have a lot to work on. I've got flaws. We've all got flaws. We've all got insecurities and stuff. But confidence, I feel like,
It's the most
comes
important.
from,
Yourself.
yeah, it comes from accepting
Who you
who you are,
exactly.
right? I know a lot of the times, a lot of us were like, oh, I don't know. You can be proud of yourself even if you're figuring yourself out as an individual. Like, there's so much to me that I still don't know, that I still haven't explored, that I still haven't, figured out about myself. I don't know. Maybe in 30 years, I could be a monk in a mountain,
You never know.
Um,
You never know,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah, but it's just that I am proud of myself regardless, just like how we were speaking about in the previous thing,
Be proud of who
because
you
of
are.
how far I've yeah.
At the end,
Okay, I'll let you go on.
at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's most important to be proud of yourself and know that people's approvals don't last, and but feeling good about yourself does. And also confidence comes from accepting who you are. And you are perfect. Like, don't let anyone tell you, oh, you're not perfect, because you are. You are. Because if you need someone to keep telling you that you are worthy, it will never really be enough. Because what if that person
Mhm.
leaves? What if that person leaves
Yeah,
your
and
life? Who else is going
not
to tell
just that. No,
you?
I'm gonna just say a quick thing. I know a lot of us, and I mean I've done it a lot too. Like throughout high school, throughout like middle school, whatever. Is I based my value on what other people thought about me, and like a lot of us, like we get bullied and stuff, right, in school. And I don't know, like I've gotten bullied ruthlessly throughout like whatever school been in or whatever. And I kept thinking, oh my God, am I like not pretty enough? Am I not skinny enough? Am I not nice enough? Am I not funny enough? Like, but then I was like, maybe these people aren't the right people for me, you know? Maybe, like, I know like a lot of people do that when it comes to like love too, or like friendships or relationships or whatever, that, oh, maybe I'm not enough. No, you're
You
enough.
are enough.
You're just not in the right place. Have you seen this thing on TikTok, right? I've seen this quite a lot where it's like, you won't go into a McDonald's and ask for pasta and like wine. And like, if you go into McDonald's and ask for pasta and wine, they're gonna say no, not because they won't give it to you, but because you're not in the right place. And I think that's so, in like a weird way, that's so important to implement. Maybe you're asking the wrong person, maybe you're with the wrong people, maybe you're in the wrong place.
Ex-
I,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Exactly. And not everyone is going to like you. I'm going to be serious.
Hmm.
Like, not everyone is going to like you. And honestly, that is a fucking blessing because you don't need to shrink yourself to fit into their comfort zone. You don't need to change yourself to fit in. Don't let peer pressure get to you. Don't change yourself to fit in with the popular crowd or people who you like or something. Just be yourself. That is the most important. Sorry, I'm getting confused, but just like, sorry, Diva, go ahead. I think I just need to get my thoughts.
Yeah, you are right, right? That you don't need to change yourself to make people comfortable. I think that's so true because that's something that I have done for years. I don't know, dimmed my spark. I've tried to change the way I speak, the way I act, the way I put, like, you know,
The way I
show myself.
dress, I swear
Yeah,
I
yeah, no.
literally started
I've had
working out.
loads of people. Yeah, I've had loads of people say like, "You're too hyper, you're too happy, you're too excited, you're too whatever," and I'm like, and I tried, like being more quiet, being more this, being more that, and then I was like, "Screw you all. This is me. This is who I am. You either accept me for who I am or get out of my life." I know, because I have told Nuha this so many times, right? It's the same thing with, like, I don't know, love and relationships and whatever, right? If someone doesn't appreciate you for you, or
Leave them.
if,
Literally
yeah,
leave them.
because who the hell do you think you are coming into my life being a negative influence in
Exactly.
my life,
Guys, I just want to preface.
draining my energy?
Exactly. But I just want to
Mm-hmm.
preface, if if the people around you make you feel less than, or they're not letting you be who you are, they're not the people that you should be
Mm-hmm.
with. Go find people
Great.
who will love you for you, because there are people who will love you for you. I know it is hard. I know it is really hard. And for my girls, guys, gays, people with anxiety, because I have anxiety, I'm always being like, oh my gosh, like if I'm too hyper, if I say this, like they won't respect me. I always have to overthink what I'm gonna say. I literally, oh my gosh, when I want to talk to someone, the day before, I am planning what I'm gonna say to them, because I'm
Right.
scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared that I'm gonna offend them. And offend them.
Or like
It's okay.
rejection.
If it offends them, it might be your fault, but also people right now,
You live and you learn.
and you live
You
it
live and you
honestly,
learn.
yeah, and people right now get offended for many things, and that is okay.
We get it.
That's okay. We'll talk about it later, but just what we're trying to say is be yourself. And also, because obviously for the young girls, young boys, young people out there, the kids out there who are listening, you are going to get peer pressured. You are. It is you're gonna there are people who are gonna be like, oh, if you're not gonna drink, you can't be our friends. Oh, if you don't go out, you're not fun. Because I've been told
You're
that.
boring.
I've been told that
Yeah.
I don't
I've
drink.
been called like goody two shoes, you know?
Exactly. Both Diva and I have been called goody two shoes because we don't want to go bar hopping, or we don't want to go into like a dangerous space that makes us feel uneasy. Trust your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Trust your gut and learn to say no. Because at the end of the day, that might actually save yourself, save your life. Saying no, like, it disappoints people, but it's still being right for you. And I want to preface, for anyone listening, if you have a gut feeling that something's gonna go wrong, get out. Even if you're with your friends and your friends want to stay, it's everyone for themselves. Because you guys, even if they say, oh, if anything happens, I'll like help you out, they're not. They're not. Like, they only care about
Survival
themselves.
of the fittest,
Ex-
as I say.
exactly. And you can say no, your needs matter. I struggle with that. I can't say no.
Mm-hmm.
And I have done stuff for people, been there for friends, been there for people who I've met for like a day or two. And I've done so much for
Mm-hmm.
them, but I know they won't reciprocate that to me. And I think that is wrong, because you because obviously you are going through stuff, other people are going through stuff, and I feel like you should help each other. Because if let's give an example. Bob is that
Okay.
friend who will always be there for you. Like, if you tell him to drop everything,
Can I be Bob?
yeah. I call her Billy
Yeah,
Bob.
okay.
Her nickname is Billy Bob.
Yeah, my street name, if I was more cooler than I already am, my street name would be Billy Bob the Third.
And mine is William the
And
Third.
yeah,
Right? William
yep,
the Third?
yeah, oh yeah, Willie William. No, I love that. I'm
William
I'm
the
gonna
Third?
rename that.
Yeah.
Um,
I
Yeah.
can't. But we're gonna, okay, so
Okay.
Bob and Dylan, right?
Yeah.
Bob will do anything for you. He will drop everything for you. And Dylan is the kind of person that takes advantage of Bob.
Yeah.
Dylan,
Fuck
fuck
Dylan.
Dylan. So Dylan is basically, because we've all had that Dylan. We've all had that friend or person in your life who is a Dylan. You might have that person in your life right now. Get rid of them. Trust me, please get rid of them, because I've had them in my life, and when I got rid of them, it's so good. But Dylan basically uses you. He tells you all his problems. If he needs you to do something for him, Bob will do it. Bob will do it. But Dylan doesn't care about Bob's feelings. Dylan won't be there for Bob. Like,
Dylan's selfish.
Dylan's
Dylan's a
selfish.
dick.
Dylan's a dick. Dylan won't be there for Bob like Bob is there for Dylan. And honestly, I think everyone just needs a Bob in their life, and everyone needs to find another Bob in their life.
Let's all say fuck you, Dylan, in
Fuck
the count of
you,
three, okay?
Dylan. Wait, okay.
No, wait, count of
Sorry,
three.
sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck you, Dylan.
You. Okay, good job.
Sorry.
Took you a bit.
No, girl, let me be. Let me be. Guys, me and Diva, we are like sisters, so we do fight. So in this podcast, you might find us like arguing and speaking over each other, but that's just our dynamic. We're sisters.
I'm a little bit of like, so okay, our dynamic is I'm the bitchy one and she's Pinkie Pie
Yes.
from My Little Pony.
Is that what she's
No,
called?
not Pinkie Pie. She's like Twilight. Yeah.
What's her name?
Fun
Skylar?
facts about me. No, yeah, Twilight something. But okay, no, fun facts about me is I love watching cartoons. I hate watching like, I don't hate, but I don't like watching like, not adult stuff, but like, I love animated. I love like Phineas and Ferb and like
Ooh, Phineas and Ferb.
cartoons. Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Adventure Time. Adventure Time was one of my favorites.
No, Adventure Time in my head is like adult stuff, but it's not. But it's
not.
kind of. Okay,
Guys.
no. Okay, okay, back to it. But like,
Oh, go back.
I'll let you talk
Fuck
about Dylan and
Fuck
Billy Bob.
Dylan.
No, not Billy Bob.
Billy Bob?
Yeah,
Bob?
Billy Bob.
Bob from
I'm Billy
Minions. Bob from Minions. But basically, yeah, you are allowed to say no. We're gonna do this. We're gonna laugh at ourselves and at each other a lot. So you have to get used to it if you're gonna keep listening. But I just want to preface, it's okay to say no. It is normal. Saying no might actually help you survive, and it's
important.
It's important for your mental health. It's important for
No
your mental
is
health.
a full statement. I don't know if I just screamed that into the mic, but no is a full statement. You do not need to justify yourself, right? You don't want to do something? No. You don't like someone? No. Okay, well that's wrong English, but no. Okay?
Yeah.
I say no now. Okay. We should wrap it up because
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
But
okay. Few key points, right? That from my side, and then if Nuha has some wisdom,
I'll just probably agree with Diva, because that's all I'm here for. That's all I'm here for. I have to agree with her, guys. I'm held hostage by her. Like, if I don't...
She's in my basement.
Yeah.
We don't really have basements here, but she's in my basement.
I'm in her basement.
But okay. Rounding it off, right? Not knowing what you don't want to do doesn't mean you're failing in life. It's normal. It's completely normal. Give yourself time, right? Calm down. It'll all fall into place, right? Your value will never, ever, ever be based on, anything you do, like your age, your job, like the idea of like respect your elders, or like maturity comes with age. No, I think that shit's
I just want to say something. I just want to say something about that. If an elder doesn't respect you, or someone doesn't respect you, you don't have to respect them. Just because your parents tell you to respect them, don't respect them. Because my parents taught me, if someone respects you, respect them back. But if someone doesn't respect you, don't respect them back. Because why do they deserve the respect if they're not going to respect me? You know?
Yeah. No, it's literally like what I said is no one is entitled to a place in your life, right? They earn that place regardless of who they are. I don't believe blood is thicker than water. I believe you can pick your own family and stuff. I know like other people disagree, but you have the right to choose who you want in your life and who you don't. Like I said, you come into this world alone, you go alone, be there for yourself, right? Okay. And I don't know what else. I just
Honestly,
be kind to
be
yourself.
kind.
Love yourself. Yeah, love yourself. Your confidence comes from within. Give yourself time, right? Be kind to yourself.
Love yourself.
I said this to like and yeah, I said this to Nuha, and I just say this in general, right? Like I mentioned, I don't really know what our target audience is. I'm gonna be very unbiased. Let's say you're a mother or a father. More so with mothers. Um, I've seen so many mums, pick apart themselves in front of their children. Like, oh, my arms are too fat, my face is too wrinkly, my body's too ugly, or whatever. Like, I know I don't really know with dads because I don't really have one, but I've noticed that, and I believe that children are sponges, and our psychologists would say the same.
They are sponges. They
Yeah,
will
they're
pick up
sponges.
everything you say. So careful what you do or say.
Yeah, they even when you think they're not listening, they're
They're
listening,
always listening.
right? You see so many studies, so many videos, so many articles, whatever on it, and it's true. Stop being hard on yourself. Like we said, you can't love others if you don't love yourself, and vice versa. No one will love you or appreciate you if you don't appreciate and love yourself. It comes from within, right? Respecting yourself feels way better than trying to please anyone. You need to, and I've said this 10 times right now, learn to love yourself. And it takes time, it takes effort, but it
Mhm.
is what it is,
It
I
is what it
suppose.
is.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed our little podcast. And I know you do want more, don't you?
Relax. We've got you covered. Join us next time on Unlicensed and Unbothered. Mwah.
Bye, guys. Love you.